Hey, good morning. All right. Well, we're gonna make some. We got some coffee here. I'm gonna brew some coffee right now. I don't know why that one's burning weird. Probably a little bit left over something there. It's okay. Yeah, making my comfort coffee. Mount Comfort coffee from Peru. Full bean coffee. I already ground it up. So we get that on there. All right. And we're gonna put some pressure cook some corned beef. Let's go ahead and undo this for a second here. So this one is, you kind of turn it. Anyway, there it is. I got it put in there. It's got spices. This is a Hawkins. I don't use this to pressure cook in oil, like pressure fry. Though I think it would do it because it's like all metal parts. I use, which one do I use here? I use this one right here, which is really awesome. This is a really good unit right here. Really nice. But yeah, so after I pressure fry, I strain my oil and into another container, wash this thing spotless, including this piece right here. And then I pour the oil in and then seal it so it's ready for the next time. And they say you can use it like up to like 6 times or so. I'm not sure how many times. I'm just going to use it till it doesn't look like it's good to use it. Yeah, this one here, I don't think I would. It's kind of like a rubber stopper. It's designed for water. It's not really a good one for oil because the plastic can melt that little pressure relief thingamajig there. Whereas the other one I just showed you, it's all metal and silicone. But this one's great for corned beef. It's in waters. So I'm gonna make some Brussels sprouts afterward. So we're gonna let that cook for a little while and we'll come back and see how things come along. But yeah, these little coffee makers, I got one that's like half the size of this. It just makes a little bit also. But I'm trying to, come out here and just do a little bit of outdoor cooking. It's a beautiful day. It's Labor Day right now. And we're gonna probably pressure fry some chicken later on. Anyway, God bless you, and we'll come back in a little bit. All right, I'm coming back to you here. So my pressure cooker didn't seal that good, so it started leaking a little bit on the edges here. So anyway, I took it off and I kind of released pressure, put a screwdriver on that, moved it over to the grill. I haven't lit it yet, and released pressure and kind of took the cover off and cleaned a little bit and resealed it. So we'll see if it does good. Coffee is done, looking good there. Turn that off. The valve here is on the side for the second burner. It's hot. These things usually, it's really a simple design. It's an oval lid. It's got an O-ring on the inside, and you turn it opposite and push it in, get it all in there, and then you twist it over, and then you put them together and it lifts the lid up into the cooker with the seal catching between, and then you clip it right here. And then this is the little pressure relief thing that you're going to spin. Once it heats up, it should spin. If you start seeing stuff coming out and it's not spinning, you may have a seal issue right there. So anyway, I've got the barbecue going. So this is a natural gas grill, and I've got it plumbed in to the house with a black iron pipe. I don't know where here it is. I've got a new set of grill Little tools coming. I got them coming from Temu is the cheapest. Now, granted, they're not right off the best quality, but moving and picking up and turning a hot dog or flipping a hamburger, they're stainless steel, they're not too bad. We're gonna let that heat up a little bit, and we're gonna put some steak on there and a couple hot dogs. All right, so let's see here. Looks like we got a good seal now. This thing here, there it goes. Should start to spin pretty soon. Should do that. That's what it should do. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Crank it up a little bit. I may have to return this one. I don't know. Seems a little undependable. I've used it to make this corned beef before. It did fine. But it doesn't look like we got a good seal going anymore. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let it finish doing its thing here. Yeah, I think we're gonna return this one, and we're gonna get that Spanish one. See if they got a smaller version of it. This guy doesn't seal good. Seems like it's got a leak right there. Like it's just not sealed good. Should spin. Yeah, we'll come back to you on this one here. I'm going to go a little bit. But yeah, I think this guy is leaking right down there. I'm going to return it and we'll get a replacement or pick a different brand. Alright. Come back in a little bit and make our coffee right now and see how that comes out and get these steaks and barbecue. Alright, bringing you back here. So we got some Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. These are some cheapo steaks. I don't put too much seasoning on it, as my daughter doesn't really like them too much. I got this one here. This is a steak blend. This used to be, well, it used to be too coarse, so I actually put it in my coffee grinder and ground it down a little bit, both of them. But yeah, this thing here, that didn't work out. The seal looked fine, everything, but I think it's leaking from like right here. So I put Amazon return it, and I got another one, that Spanish brand that's all metal. The one that I used for pressure frying. They had another used one. Normally they're about $100, but they had another used one for $48, which is fine. Somebody just didn't like it for some reason. So I got that in order and returned this one. So this one I think I paid about $20 because I bought it a used one as a used or return item. But I tell you, the last 2 times I made the corned beef, it worked fine. But this time around, it's like it seemed like it failed. There's a leak or something, so we'll send it back and we'll see what happens here. All right, I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, I got you back here. So I got this. See if I can get to work. Little spray bottle here. My daughter went with my wife. Walgreens. My wife wanted to get some things, and daughter wanted the spray bottle. So I borrowed it. Sprayed the steaks down. She didn't put anything weird in there. She just had water. I need to get one dedicated specifically for this barbecue. So this right here, my plan is I'm going to take out the corned beef and the broth. I'm going to wash it up the best I can, put it back in this box to return. And then my other one, I'm going to transfer the oil into something else. I got a container, and we'll go ahead and complete this corned beef in this one, and then when this is done, the other half the corned beef, I'm gonna go ahead and run it, do a second little mini batch here. I would have done it one, if I was using this from the beginning, I would have just done it in one shot. This is a lot bigger than that little one. All right, we'll come back, see you in a little bit. All right, bringing you back here. All right, so these steaks are looking pretty good. They're about ready here. Had some leftover wings. We went on a trip from Pizza Hut, so they weren't very spicy. So I threw them on the barbecue. They're a little burnt, but everybody likes a little burnt flavor. So I got some nice Frank's Red hot sauce that we're going to stick on there. And then my daughter, she's eating, I had a thinner piece of steak, so she's already eating that. Let's see here. So we got Frank's Original, and we got Frank's Red hot wings, buffalo. So we're gonna go with this one. And we'll give it a try. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a little bit. So what have I done here? So actually, where did I put it? Yeah, I drained out the oil. I put it in a container, and I'm gonna wash that out real good. And then we're going to transfer the our corned beef and the broth into there, and add some more water, and then we're going to finish it off, and then the other piece we're going to run it, and then this thing we'll get it cleaned up, put it back in its box, and send it back on its way. All right, we'll come back in a little bit. Thank you for watching. See you in a little bit. All right, bringing you back here. Sorry it's a little noisy. Got the AC going right now. So, you know, I kind of just did a reset. I went ahead and pulled off the that POS little mini pressure cooker. We're going to get it washed up, put it back in its box, send it back. I got another one of these on order. Found they had another used one. Like I say, these are all from Spain. All the components are related to pressure, all things steel, stainless steel. It's a great unit. But this is what it should be doing. It's spinning. Sealed, and so we're pressure cooking that corned beef right now. I went ahead and pulled out the Coleman stove and scrubbed it down, washed it because it was all covered with the broth from the corned beef, and then lit it up, burned off the water. So it's doing pretty good. Got a little flame there. I don't know if it's just left over, but it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Right there. Maybe it's the wind. Yeah, I didn't like that wind. Doing okay. There we go. And then we went ahead and washed the Weber. Cleaned the inside. We used Simple Green, scrubbed it all down. Cleaned that tray, drip tray. I just lined the old one, the original one, with aluminum foil. You can buy them on Amazon. They're about 10 trays for like, I don't know, $10 or something like that. So yeah, that's the plan. All right, anyway, we'll come back in a little while. I think it's going to be maybe about another 30-40 minutes on this. I'm going to give it 40 more minutes and come back. So I found that 60 minutes pressure cooking. Once it starts pressure cooking, 60 minutes is sufficient. A lot of people say 90. I did it one time at 90. I didn't really notice that much difference in being tender. It seemed like it was about the same, but I think, yeah, probably 90 would be a little better. To finish this, we're gonna pressure cook some Brussels sprouts, and then after I pressure cook them, I think I'm gonna throw them on the barbecue for a little bit, and then we're going to toss them with a little bit of what's that called? What is it called? That's purple vinegar, brain failure. You know what I'm talking about, with a little bit of salt and pepper, and kind of spoof them up a little bit. Anyway, God bless. We'll come back in a little while. All right, coming back to here. Trying to multitask here. So, yeah, we're draining the water heater. The water's kind of tinged. It's kind of first time we really noticed it. This is the original water heater. This is probably from 1987. 50-gallon natural gas heater. I've had no problems with it except for the thermocouple. I've replaced it one time. Other than that, it's been really good. Our earthquake valve has been set off usually once a week. So I have to reset this thing, and taught my daughter how to do it, so she's pretty good now. But anyway, I've never drained this water heater. Been in this house for 6 years, so I've never had a problem with it. But yeah, I drained it. I'm draining it, and yeah, so the water is looking like this. Yep. So we noticed yesterday I was filling up the bathtub for my daughter for her bath, and we noticed it was tinged yellow. First I thought maybe it was city water, they're working on a main or something, but I drained that water and I ran cold water and it was clear, so I knew it's like, yep, this is a problem. So working on that. Got our coffee we made this morning. It's a little cold now, but it tastes good. Oh, that's so good. So yeah, this guy here, this pressure cooker is the cooker to get. This is the guy you want. This is a Magafesa, made in Spain. They sell these in 4 quart, 6 quart, yeah, and I think 8 quart. I got the 4 quart because I don't need a really big one. This is what I've been using for the chicken. We're going to do some chicken later on. But I got to get this corned beef done. We've had it for a while. So, got everything cleaned up. So I say whenever you have an issue like that, the best thing is step back, just kind of reset everything. So I just switched off this pressure cooker with this one, washed everything up, washed the stove, lit it up, burned off the water, make sure everything's working good, did the barbecue. Especially if you're working outdoors, you know, there's lots of insects and stuff, bugs and ants and all. So yeah, that's where we'll come back to you. Have a good one. All right, well, sorry about the noise. So we got the corned beef done here. See if I can open it. Release the pressure. Yeah, I'm holding the phone. Anyway, yeah, it's done. So I'm going to throw in a new piece, and we'll go and keep going where we're at here. All right, I'll keep you up to date on what's going on here. All right. All right. Well, we're draining the water heater. So let's see how we're doing here. Open this container here. Oh. All right. Oop. See if we're getting better. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good now. It was really rusted and yellow when I started. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, not bad. We're looking good. So we're gonna let that drain a little longer. We'll go show Mama. My water heater's good. Show my daughter also. Yesterday I filled her water with bath water, and she was kind of leery about it. I said, it's safe. It's just not that great. Don't drink it, I guess, but it's probably safe. I gotta clean my tools. My tools are a disaster. Now I'll tell you something about AC Delco batteries that you buy on Amazon. So I bought a battery for, well, I bought one for the Porsche here, Cayenne, and first one they sent was the wrong battery, so they let me keep it. So it's sitting. I got it. So then they sent me the right one, which is a pretty good deal. But well, it just didn't seem like it was very strong. So I ended up taking the battery out of my X5, which is a bigger battery, and it also has it was 950 cca cold cranking amps. It's a longer, bigger battery. It's made in Germany. So I actually put it in my wife's car in the Porsche, the Cayenne, and then I put this one, which is new also. And that one was a Super Start, the one I had moved over to my wife's car. So I put the AC Delco in the X5, and it's got both of them have new alternators. I swap out the alternators. My car gets over 100,000 miles, you swap them out, at least do the regulators. Actually, this one here I did the regulator, because you have to take the radiator out to slide the alternator. So you can kind of take the alternator out and put a new regulator in and put it back together, and it's pretty much a new alternator. Bearings are sealed, they last a long time. This one here, that's easy, it's not that hard. So I've actually changed the alternator out on that twice. I just got an Amazon alternator. It was okay. But anyway, I put this into the X5 and I'm driving around, and I noticed that it wasn't charging the way it used to charge. It was going like 2.7 instead of like 13.9 or 13.7. And at idle it was low. And this last time, yesterday I was driving, it was like at idle it was like 11.8. I thought the alternator wasn't charging, but when you drive, then it would go up to about 12.7, 12.5. So I came home and I had a brand new X-Side battery for that X5. That it was a replacement for the old one that had died that I got at Home Depot, and they gave me one, but I already put a new battery in. So I just kept it as a spare, and I kept it charged up. So it was on the shelf sitting for, I charged it probably 2-3 months ago. It's still about 12.7, something like that. It was a strong battery. So I swapped it out last night and started up, and it's charging 13.9. It's just a really good battery and a good strong start. When I went for the pizza with this battery last night, it was like, it like almost didn't start. And we had gone to Sacramento, so when we come back, I thought maybe it just because the car had sat for like a day or two, but that car goes to sleep now. It doesn't stay awake. So I knew it was probably the battery. So what I'm really getting at is that these batteries, theoretically, I looked on the internet, Amazon, if they sell a product that is manufactured or warranted by the manufacturer, that they will, in their clause, that they will honor that warranty. So even though it's past that 30-day thing they always do, you can call them and they start giving you some pushback. You can take them to their that clause in their statement about returns and warranties, and it says that they honor manufacturer's warranty. So, and then have them send you another one. They won't ask you for the old battery back, but you know, you can do something with it, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna have to call them and try to go and swap this one out. So let's go over here to the X5, and like I say, let's go ahead and sitting overnight. So let's see where we're at. About 12.3. I mean, these things still draw a little bit of power. So let's see what we got here. So but you can see it's putting a nice healthy charge on that battery right now. It's sat for a little while. I mean, this battery was on the shelf. I mean, I didn't drive. I just put a new battery in and started like 2 times. So it hasn't had a time to really get fully charged up. It was on the shelf for a while. Yeah, so we're doing. We got the AC on full blast here. Yeah, so this one's doing really good. Yesterday, this thing, it would idle, it wouldn't, it was under 12. So it's like I always thought the alternator, the regulator had gone bad, but it was the battery. The regulator just thought the battery was fully charged. Anyway, we'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, we'll bring you back here. So, got the other piece of the corned beef all set up here, and so it's heating up, so it's a little bit of steam starting to come out. So yeah, I refilled my little Coleman mini containers, small containers from the big gallon container. It's a lot easier to work with, so we're going to put these away here. I say this is pretty ventilated, actually. I usually drain them out before I put them in there. This right here, I got this one here. This was a, what was this one? I forgot which one this was. 220H, but it didn't have a globe and it didn't have a top. So I bought it, and I bought another globe for it on Amazon, and honestly, I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be the big top or a small one, but I was looking at price also for me, because I was actually going to use some parts to fix something else maybe, but I just save it. So anyway, I think it's actually supposed to take the big top, because this one doesn't fit that great on it. So I actually bought one on old Coleman parts. It was pretty reasonable. Even on eBay it was about the same price, so looks like I got it. I got a new label coming from old Coleman parts for this camp light. I was just screwing around, so I made a temporary label. But I mean, I know this doesn't look that good, but it's like I just was messing around a little bit. But this isn't even the right label. It's supposed to be that like red one. which is the only one that actually that on that old Coleman Parks anyway. This is a L2 ARC, L2 ARC2. I can't read it. Up now. LRL2. LRL2. So anyway, yeah. All right. So it looks like our looks like we're coming along here with the thing's spinning. Wow. Man, it's making a mess. Seems like the top didn't seal that good. Yeah, it is what it is. I haven't had very good luck today on this. Yeah, it didn't seal. I'm gonna probably stop it and seal it. Come back to you on that one. All right, well, we've got everything reset again. Kind of let that thing cool down a little bit, release the pressure. Kind of hosed and cleaned it up a little bit. Cleaned the seal edge. Put it back together and kind of washed off the Coleman a little bit here. So we're heating up again, and we'll see if it seals this time. Yep, that's where we're at right now. The water heater is looking good. Clear water's coming out. Got rid of the rust. So that's a good thing. All right, we'll bring you back in a while. All right, so yeah, we got this thing sealed up now. Looks like that's a little leak right there, a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to crank it down a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna set this to the side just for 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's leaking a little bit, not too bad. Playing there. All right, come on, let's go inside. Okay, go on, get out. Come on, I got it's wet there, I gotta dry it off. Yeah, it's a little bit of water from when I was hosing things down.
What? Is this the water tank?
Yeah, so flush out the water heater. So just a good little tip here. If you flush it, sometimes, especially these tanks are really old, the valves, once you close it, they won't really seal again. So what I do is I just get one of these adapters for a hose to split it and screw that on there, and that's off also, so it just like seals it up again. So we're ready to relight this thing. Let's go ahead and relight it. Doing this with one hand. Oh, jeez. Why does it want to go? There he goes. All right. All right. All right, come here and hold the phone.
Okay.
Hold it. Look in over there. We're going to light the pilot.
Okay.
Come on. I have a light. There we go. Here.
Sugar.
Yeah. So we got it lit. Here. Hold on to the phone. Keep it aimed here. So we'll keep this lit down for just a minute. That thermocouple has to heat up. It sends a very small millivolt signal just to let this thing know that the pilot is lit, and that's a safety thing. And then we can move from pilot to on, and then we should be able to start reheating up the water heater here. still lit. Can you give it? Let me see it. Okay, so now we're going to go to on. We're on pilot. We're gonna go to on. And there it is. Then we'll put our covers back on. All right. We'll come back in a little while. All right.
How it's like to go and do a bike ride. First of all, it'll be exciting but kind of hard. These are not ordinary bikes. They're actually electric. That makes them act like motorcycles. Those to make you feel like you're on a motorcycle.
Get us all adjusted.
So first off, you can choose between
I gave away my
a
GoPro.
little switch
I should have kept
or
it.
a motorcycle handle that
good?
makes
You're
it
good?
feel like you're actually
Yeah, the
on a
GoPro would have really been
motorcycle.
useful right now.
That makes you feel fun and makes you feel like boom, boom. But there is a chance. If you put your motor on the front, you're able to still do the secret brake on your motorcycle, on your bike. But if you keep on doing it and you do it a lot, it'll make your tire pop. So I suggest not doing it.
So I'm just gonna say something here. Just what she's saying here is her secret brake is her coaster brake on the rear wheel. So if your electric motor, your hub motor is on the front, you still got a coaster motor on these little bikes, like 20-inch bike that she has. But when you slam on the brake, secret brake, your coaster brake, it burns through the rubber pretty quick, and before you know it, you're gonna blow out your tire, which happened to us, by the way. So now we have a really reinforced brand new tire. And so it's really awesome.
Sometimes
Okay, what do we do when we come to
the
stop sign?
And
Public service announcement here. What do we do?
Sometimes your kids
We
can
stop and we look both
struggle on
ways.
it,
That's right.
but
Yeah, and we don't burn up the
sometimes,
tires.
Like when I was at the park with one of my friends,
Looking.
and Dad was
Always
trying
come
to
to the
teach
front so you
Riker
can
to
see. You
ride
gotta be able to see
a
both ways.
motorcycle.
You need to come up.
Motorcycle at the park.
Yeah, here a car.
Riker, Dad
His
was
car, see?
walking with him, and Riker was on it. He almost crashed into a kid.
Okay, we're good to go.
That has his motorcycle. Also, well, not a motorcycle, a bike. So Dad, he
Go.
got on the bike with him. That means he had too much weight and made it.
I broke the bike. I broke the training wheel. So we bought a new part, so it's all good. I got some really reinforced training wheels that I put on for her. These are actually for adults, so they're really solid steel. But the adapter that screws on, it snapped. So we got a new one. But yeah, she's absolutely right. And when we made that turn, got to look both ways and stop.
I smell
Make sure
barbecue.
there's no cars. And
You smell the barbecue?
always try to ride up to the side
Somebody's
the best
cooking
you
barbecue.
can. And if you hear any
You don't smell
cars, it's best to kind of pull
All
over
right,
to the
let's go.
side a little bit, let these cars go through, as they go through really fast.
First, if you're see a stop sign, stop. Go near the front. Look both ways. So, and if you hear any car sounds, make sure. Stay put. There might be a car coming the direction.
You okay?
And you're going through, or the direction behind you. So, mostly important. Have a grown-up with you while you're on the bike. And by the way, if your
Little
street
pothole?
has
All right, we're gonna make
rough,
one more round.
I mean, like rough.
What? Okay.
If
Like the
rough-
pothole,
Hey, pull
you
over,
just
there's a car
about,
coming.
you had to
Here a car,
slow
we pull
down
over.
on. There was that big pothole, remember it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Alright,
if
is he
you
gone now? Yeah, we're good.
have a
Alright,
rough
go ahead.
road, I recommend
Good job.
and going to a park where there's very smooth sidewalk to ride on, and I recommend going
All right.
on the low level.
On the low level.
And subscribe.
All right. God bless.